people who have left Australia to Canada, and what I'm just going to talk about that and why is that happening. So, to be honest, guys, one of the reasons why people are actually leaving Australia is nothing other than, I would say, like visa issues, permanent residency, being able to get a stable visa, right? So let's talk. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lola Lolita. If you are seeing baby girl for the very first time, welcome back to my channel, guys. It's Lola Lolita. As always, it's about lifestyle, migrating to Australia, and just a few, like, I do vlogs, I do beauty, I do lifestyle, and if you're interested in that, definitely keep on watching. Do not go anywhere. Okay. And today we'll be talking about why people are leaving Australia, the reason why people are actually leaving Australia in the year 2023. I've heard of situations where a few people have actually left. They've opted with their families. They've been here for a few years. But as we all know, to be honest, I've had situations of people who have left Australia to maybe Canada, and what I'm just going to talk about that and why is that happening. So, to be honest, guys, disclaimer, all the opinions in this video are just mine and mine alone, right? Do your research and try and find out if Australia is the right fit for you at the end of the day. I'm hoping this video will help you make that decision, that big decision, right? So, I've heard of people that are actually leaving Australia, and I'll tell you one of the reasons why people are actually leaving Australia is nothing other than, I would say, like visa issues, permanent residency, being able to get a stable visa, right? So let's talk about the Australian migration system. So a lot of people who are coming to Australia, and I feel like maybe a lot of other places, are either coming in as students or skilled workers, or some people are lucky enough to come in straight as permanent residents for Australia. I feel like Australia's permanent residency journey is not as straightforward as I would say Canada, maybe, because the rate at which you hear a lot of people going right into Australia, Canada as permanent residents. Correct me if I'm wrong. I live in Australia, by the way. The rate at which people are able to get their permanent residencies straight from Nigeria or any country into Canada is way higher than, I would say, the way Australia is. So for Australia, I don't know, the migration system is rather rigorous, and I understand why, you see families, people that have stayed here 5-7 years, and they are, jumping from student visa to student visa or one type of visa to the other. When they get that opportunity where it's like, okay, we're actually able to go to Canada without any hassle, why not? Like, I can't blame them for, like packing their bags, and if they're able to get permanent residency right here from Australia, why won't you go? If you were in their shoes, would you not pack your bag and go? And another thing is, as much as you talk about packing your bag, I feel like a lot of these people have actually calculated and considered a lot of these things, because you know what it means to leave a whole country, leave everything behind literally, and start afresh. I feel like that does something to you mentally, right? It takes a lot of dedication, mental energy for you to you have to prepare yourself mentally to be able to go on that journey. It takes a lot. So imagine you're not going by yourself, you're going with your wife and your kids, and I can tell you for a fact that can't be easy, and that is not easy for someone who has moved countries, myself, twice. It's not easy because you are starting your life all over again. Maybe you might be lucky to have soft landing, in quotes. When I say soft landing, maybe you have a job waiting for you, or you're able to get someone that helps you find accommodation before you arrive. Then that makes the transition process maybe a little teeny tiny bit easier. But all the same, it's not an easy journey. So I feel like the reason why a lot of people are leaving Australia at the end of the day is the visa issues. And as much as I get why people are leaving, I also get the point of view of the Australian migration system, or the Yeah, because I feel like lately they've been clamping down a lot on like student visas. People have been getting denied even for student visa, where like a few years ago, amidst COVID and all that, people were getting student visa like so easily. But now they are like being like they're checking facts, and not that they were not checking before, don't get me wrong, but it's just I think, at the peak of COVID, the border was locked. So even people that were inside that were trying to get student visa, they were giving it to them. But here now, like everywhere is open, the world is open again. It doesn't even feel like COVID happened. I don't know if you get what I mean, but like they're clamping down a lot because it feels like, and I get it, like people come in and they are trying to like change schools, like they go in, apply for university, and then maybe they come in and they want to switch universities or switch to a lower degree and all that. So I feel like the visa officers are noticing a trend, or they're seeing that a lot, hence why they're clamping down so hard on like visas, and they are being extra thorough. Not that they were not thorough before, they are just checking everything all over again. And yeah, I feel like it's been really hard for people to even come in now. And I feel like if you're able to come in on a skilled visa, you are very lucky. Count yourself lucky. And like you're not coming on student visa where, after student visa, you get 485 visa, which is like post-study visa. And then on that post-study visa is when you're now calculating, oh, what visa am I going to next? So I can become a temporary resident or like a permanent resident and all of that. So it takes a lot, jumping from visa to visa. It's not easy. And I just feel like you need to prepare yourself for that. So I think I get why people would get an opportunity in another country, be it UK, US, Canada, and they pack their bags and go. You know why? Because they're like frustrated with how long it's taking them. Like there are people that have been here like years upon years, and also with the visa, there's a certain age. Once you clock 45, the chances of you getting a permanent resident is zero, literally. You might be able to jump from one visa to another visa, but you'll not be able to get a permanent residency. So I think it's a lot of that. So I feel like what I want to say is, if you are planning to migrate to any country, not just Australia, but let's talk about Australia, do your calculations. If you're coming in as a student, ensure, especially with the way the economy is now, rising cost of living and everything, ensure that you have savings, you have enough money. Dollar has gone up a lot, and that affects everywhere. So imagine the way dollar has risen up quite a bit. You need to ensure like you are able to come in and you have enough money saved up for a few months. Ideally, I would say if you can have enough money for 6 months, it's good. But I understand how expensive that might be. But if you have money for at least 3 to 4 months, where that, when I say you have extra money, you have enough money for your rent, you have enough money to feed yourself, and like you are not under this immense pressure to find a job. Like the pressure is there, or like the pressure is not as deep if you already, like if like you have a stash of money that would help you. Like when you have stash of money that would help you survive a few months, that way you can focus on, if you are here to study, you start school and you're still applying for jobs, bear in mind that you are working part-time, right? You are working part-time as a student. I don't know what visa you are coming on. So my advice is, if you're coming as a student, please do your own research. Like people are struggling to find jobs here and there. It might not be as easy as you think. It depends a lot on the city you move to. At the bigger cities, the chances you get a job faster makes more sense because it's bigger, there are more people, there are more jobs ends, like people are able to get jobs faster, right? Compared to smaller cities where like the companies are not as many as the bigger cities, and everyone is trying to get a job. So please consider all of those things. I just thought to do this video like amidst inflation and like rising cost of living. Do your own research. Don't just go based off of what you've heard from people. I pray the land favors everybody. If you're planning to relocate, just do your research, reach out to people that are already in those countries. If you can get contacts, talk to them, ask them, okay, what exactly is going on? What is it like for a student, or the kind of visa you are trying to come on? How easy is it for me to get a job? How easy is it to settle in? What should I be expecting? And all of that. Watch my video. Okay. I hope this video has blessed you one way or the other, or has helped you. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about reasons why people are emigrating out of Australia, if that's the word. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video useful or helpful one way or the other. And if you have, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And that brings me to the end of today's video. Thank you all for tuning in. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye.